Right now at 6, Portland's police chief addresses an alarming spike in homicides.
This is something that impacts all of us. As I said, it's unacceptable.
Plus, the case against a man accused of vandalizing a Tesla dealership, how the feds are targeting him and others across the country.
Then, the 3 bridges in our region federal safety officials say need urgent inspections.
What we are telling bridge owners is that they need to know the risk.
And a double game day for the Ducks, how the Oregon women fared. Also, we're live in Seattle as the men get ready to tip off their tournament run.
I love the Ducks. I live and die by the Ducks. They mean everything to me.
Good evening. And new at 6, a Marion County grand jury has determined an Oregon State Police trooper was justified in using deadly force during a confrontation last month in Salem.
You may remember we covered this story as breaking news, and new tonight we have body camera video of the deadly interaction between Trooper Justin Oxenrider and 22-year-old Matthew Wong. Alma McCarty is here now to break it all down for us. Alma.
Yeah, David, Christine, this happened back on February 27th at the National Guard Air Station off of Turner Road in Salem. We want to warn you, the video is disturbing. We have edited parts of it.
Hey partner, how you doing? What's that? Could you go take your hands out of your pocket for me, please? No, you're not leaving right now. Hey, put your hands on your pocket right now. Do you understand? You want to get tased? Really don't put the gun down! Put the knife down! Right now! Put the knife down!
The entire interaction lasts less than a minute. The investigation revealed that Wong left a threatening note at the National Guard Air Station and refused multiple police commands before pulling out a knife and charging at the trooper. Court documents state that after the trooper deployed his taser twice unsuccessfully, Oxenrider shot Wong twice. The jury found that the trooper acted lawfully, citing Wong's violent actions and the threat to public safety. Coming up at 11, we are going to have more details of the moments leading up to that interaction. David, Christine, back to you.
Thank you, Alma. Appreciate you walking us through that. Developing tonight, Portland's police chief is addressing a spike in homicides this month, including the latest just this morning on Northeast Airport Way.
Our John Adams is live for us outside police headquarters after speaking with Chief Bob Day. So, John, what did he tell you?
Christine and David, Chief Day said the 7 homicide deaths thus far in March are unacceptable and says only 2 of the 7 cases have seen arrests thus far. It has been a deadly first 3 weeks of March in Portland. 7 people have been killed in homicides thus far, including 3 people this week. A shooting in the Centennial neighborhood on Monday killed 45-year-old Brianne Pardue, and police said Friday that a shooting in the Powellhurst-Gilbert neighborhood on Tuesday killed 17-year-old Junior Garza. Friday's homicide at a hotel on Airport Way is the only one to not involve a gun.
This is something that impacts all of us. As I said, it's unacceptable.
Despite this, Chief Day says homicides are still down this year in Portland, with 10 so far in 2025 compared to 19 this time last year. However, a community advocacy group we spoke with sees potential trouble ahead with the city's looming budget deficit if gun violence prevention programs lose funding.
Sadly, gun violence prevention and ceasefire and other programs are kind of on the chopping block when we need these type of programs funded in order to keep trying to curb gun violence.
Chief Day also advocated for money to continue being spent on public safety, saying it has led to a reduction in crime.
In the 18 months that I've been on the job, we have seen a significant return on investment from public safety.
According to Day, Portland saw double-digit drops in homicides in 2023 and 2024, but says totals remain 98% above pre-pandemic levels.
And one thing we have to remember is our past, and we don't want to repeat that.
And Chief Day wanted to continue to urge the community to send in any tips they might have on these unsolved homicides thus far in 2025. Of the 10 homicides we've seen, 3 have seen arrests in those cases. David and Christine, back to you.
Hopefully we get information from people on these homicides. Appreciate your reporting, John.
In your headlines, the man accused of vandalizing a Tesla dealership in Salem has now been indicted on federal charges. According to a criminal complaint, on January 20th, 41-year-old Adam Lansky cut through a chain link fence, rolled in a wagon filled with Molotov cocktails, and then threw them at the business, sparking several fires. Lansky is accused of returning to the dealership in February and then shooting out several windows and a vehicle. In a federal indictment unsealed today, a grand jury indicted Lansky on 2 counts of attempted arson and 1 count of possession of an unregistered destructive device. He's one of 3 people facing federal charges for allegedly damaging Tesla dealerships.
In Marion County, police arrested a teen in connection with a shooting last night in Woodburn that sent a man to the hospital. It happened around 5 p.m. on North 2nd Street. The man who was shot is expected to survive. Deputies eventually tracked down the suspect, 18-year-old Eduardo Rodriguez Castillo, at a home in Northeast Salem's Hayesville neighborhood. He's facing charges, including attempted murder.
In Salem, a bill that would make striking workers eligible for unemployment benefits is now a step closer to becoming law. Senate Bill 916 narrowly passed yesterday with 2 Democrats joining the Republican opposition. Supporters say striking workers should be able to get unemployment pay to give them more leverage in negotiating contracts, but opponents say this would lead to longer and more frequent strikes and will hurt the state's unemployment fund. That bill now heads to the House.
And the nearly 2 decades old dream of having a destination skate park in Oldtown is a step closer to reality. The site is bordered by the Steel Bridge ramps, NATO Parkway, and Northwest Everett. Early last year, the city committed about $15 million to the project, but there was a bit of a land issue, with some of it belonging to ODOT. This week, City Council approved a land swap with ODOT, and now the city owns the whole site. Portland Parks and Rec will manage the property and skate park planning. Construction could start as soon as 2028. Matt?
Thanks, Christine. Not the best skateboard weather out there right now in the valleys and up the Cascades. I know it's spring break, but it's full on winter up there. Look at Timberline. I'm showing 12 inches since this morning. We're actually now up to 13. It's been snowing so hard I can barely keep up. Look at Government Camp. A couple hours ago, these roads were bare. Not anymore. They are covered with snow right now. So if you're heading up to the mountain tonight, this is Sandy Ann Pass, same deal. Be ready for snowy roads because that's what we have. Willamette Pass still showing some bare pavement, but not for very much longer. Look at the rain. We had a break. We actually saw some blue sky in Washington County briefly. There it was. But this new band of rain is filling on in, so we won't get that much of a break. But the heavy rain from earlier in the day has really wound down. Rain will decrease overnight tonight, and tomorrow should be mainly dry. There'll be a few showers in the afternoon, but a mainly dry Saturday, followed by a mainly wet Sunday. That's followed by warmer weather for a spring break warm-up. We'll let you know how much of spring break will be warm and dry in a bit, guys. Back to you.
Love how that sounds.